Hey guys, so I'm pretty excited because today I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place the Sweet Pinks palette, and I love the way this look came out. And once we get past the intro, I'm going to show you how I did this, but that's not the reason why I'm excited. The reason why I'm excited is because this is a collab with Vinyl Beauty. Debbie, her name is Debbie also. I usually go by Deb, but actually some people in my life do call me Debbie. I'll answer to Deb, Debbie, or Doll. Any one of those three is fine. Yeah, so this is a collab with Debbie from Vinyl Beauty. And she and I actually have a lot in common. We're only 1 year difference in our ages. And we're both named Debbie, and we both have makeup channels on YouTube. And she and I are not afraid of colorful makeup. You will see a lot of colorful makeup on both our channels. I've been doing some neutral looks lately though, which is not really typical for me, but colorful makeup is where I'm at usually. But so I've been watching Debbie for a few months, I would say now, and yeah, her tastes and things are quite similar to mine. She has an amazing makeup collection. Oh my gosh, she's done so many videos on so many products. It's amazing. My collection is not as impressive as hers is, but I try to make the most of what I can pick up here and there. And if you like my channel, you'll probably like hers as well. And if you're coming over here from her channel, hello, hi. I'm like the American version of Debbie. Not really. We're similar in some ways, but different in others. But I'm really excited to be collabing with her because I do really enjoy her channel. She's such a nice lady, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to do this with her. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the Juvia's Place the Sweet Pinks. This is one of their 6-pan palettes. There is no mirror, but I don't care. I feel like that's kind of a waste. So here's what you get. So you have 3 shimmers and 3 mattes. And I think what I'm going to do today, by the way, I have all my makeup on already with the exception of eyeshadow, eyeliner, lash primer, and mascara. I've already done everything else. All the products that I used will be listed in the description box as always. I did prime my eyes with a eyeshadow primer that is discontinued because I've had it for a while now and it's starting to get older and I don't want to end up throwing it in the trash. So it's a good eyeshadow primer and it would be a waste to do that. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because I've always said that I'm not going to use discontinued products on camera because then if you wanted to buy it, you wouldn't be able to. But in this case, it's just an eyeshadow primer, so it would be more of a crime to not use it and to waste it. Alright, so I've already primed my eyes, and I think what I'm going to do is, before I get started, whenever I have a brand new palette that I've never used before, I think it's good to swatch the eyeshadows just to kind of give you a little bit more information about them. So before I just dive into this, let's swatch them. I'm gonna do the top row first. Ooh, 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 pretty. Wow. Ooh. Okay, let's do the second row. Okay, very interesting. So, very interesting. Okay, so what I'm noticing right away is how pigmented this matte fuchsia is, and it's very solid, you know, not streaky, not patchy. Um, this matte right here looks a little patchy. This matte right here does not look patchy at all. So I would say this one and this one are the two better of the three mattes. And then for the shimmers, this one is so pretty. This one here is a little bit skippy, patchy, and then this one here is pretty solid. Okay, so how does that correspond to the palette? So I just want to make sure that okay, so this is the one that is a little bit skippy, streaky, patchy, whatever. And then this one was as well. Okay, so for today, I'm going to avoid these two right here. And we're gonna focus on those four in some capacity. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I have wipe right here. All right, so now that I have that information, I'm gonna take this Profusion ES3 brush, and I'm gonna start by dipping into this shade right here. And I could tell by that swatch that it was very pigmented. So I'm just gonna put that in my crease using small circular motions. Oh, that is a beautiful color. It's like, I'm gonna call that a coral. That's really pretty. Okay, next I'm gonna take, let's take this AOA Studio E122 brush, and let's go into that. I'm gonna call this like a mauve shimmer. And let's put some of that on the lid. Okay. Now I'm going to take a smaller blending brush. This is a Morphe M506, and we're going to go into that hot fuchsia. I'm going to put some of that right in the outside portion of my eye here. I'm sort of doing like the outer V area. And then I'm going to take this fuchsia glitter, and I'm just going to use my index finger, and I'm going to pat that on top of that mauve shade that I put on my lids. Use that almost like a topper. All right, now let's inspect what I've done here. So now I'm going to go back to the brush that I started with. Take a little bit of this coral shade and bring that crease color forward a little bit. Like that. And I think I'm going to take a Zoeva small pencil brush, and I'm going to dip that into the fuchsia and the coral, and I'm going to drag some of that along the lower lash line. Just going back and forth with the brush. There is no super light shade in this palette to use like as a brow bone highlight or inner corner highlight. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the face highlight that I used, which is the AOA Studio Dewy Cream Highlighter in the shade Wink. And I'm going to use this AOA Studio E105 brush. I'm going to go into that and use that as my brow bone highlight. And inner corner. Okay, that color corresponds nicely with this. Okay. Now I'm going to use a Maybelline Tattoo Studio gel pencil liner in the shade Intense Charcoal. I'm going to do my waterline. And my tight line. Curl my lashes. Milani, the Violet One Lash Primer, of course. If you're new here, I use this all the time and I'm always raving about it. Not only does this make your mascara work better, but it conditions your lashes too. Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I will do the other eye and be right back. So this is the finished look and I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. I think that this palette is really pretty and those two shadows that I said were a little bit patchy, I think you could work with them to make them less patchy. I'm pretty happy with Juvia's Place overall. The last video that I did prior to this one, where I used a Juvia's Place palette, I may have sounded like I didn't like the palette, but it wasn't that I didn't like it. It was that it just wasn't what I was expecting. So I was kind of thrown by that, but I do think that the look that I did with that came out nice, and I think it is a pretty palette. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I just wanted to clarify that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you especially came over from Debbie's channel, if you would consider subscribing to me. I would really appreciate that, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and maybe I'll see you again next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching.